Well, welcome to the fundamentals of real estate. I'm your host, Angela Dillmon, here with Keller Williams Realty Chesterfield, and this is my wealth building partner,
Glen
Calvin.
Guild Mortgage,
At
yeah.
Guild Mortgage, we're here to help you build wealth.
Live your dream lifestyle and leave legacies that matter.
There you go.
Yes.
How about that? All right, question of the day.
What's the difference between a taxidermist and a tax collector?
Oh, I don't know. A tax collector and a taxidermist. I don't know.
A taxidermist only wants your skin.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Thanks,
yeah.
Glenn. That's
So
the question
today
of
you're
the
here
day.
to talk about taxes?
We're here to talk about the senior tax freeze.
Yes,
That's a big deal. It's just like it's new to us.
it is. It's
Yeah.
passed through the state legislature, but each county had to kind of come up with their own plan.
With their own plan of how they're going to implement it, all the rules around it. They had rules, they changed the rules, but now it's out. It's available for you to apply to freeze your real estate taxes.
Yes.
That's what a senior tax freeze is. Okay,
I've
so.
got lots of questions. I even had to take notes.
Okay, things
'Cause
you
I-
need to know.
Yes, there's a lot of them. So
Yep.
first question, how old do I need to be?
You need to be 62 years of age. Just one of you in the house.
Okay.
That's on ownership record.
The
That's
year
on
that
the
they're gonna,
deed.
the year that they're going to start freezing. them,
Yeah,
which-
2024. As of 2024, January 1, you need to be 62 years of older. One of you who is
Just one of
on the
us.
deed to the house.
Right.
Right, who owns it. Okay, so.
And I just call them
Well-
up and say, please freeze my taxes?
Yeah, that's it.
I
I wish it was
wish.
that easy. All right. So,
No.
what is a senior tax freeze? First of all, the Missouri Tax Relief Now Association, you can give them a pat on the back. They work for 3 years
Yes.
to get this
It was
passed in
in the
Missouri.
news all the time, yeah, because a lot of
Yes.
other states have this.
This
Missouri
is
was
true.
slow to
and
adapt.
we were slow to get it. All right, so we have it now. 2024 is what they call the base year, and that's the first year that your taxes can be frozen. Now, we're going to talk about what the freeze actually means, but if you apply in 2025 between now and June 30th,
Right. Majority of
Okay,
your
that's
taxes
the
aren't going to
deadline.
go up.
most of your real estate taxes can get frozen.
Right. And
All
if I
right.
do this once, I never have to do it again, right?
Got to do it every year.
Oh, they always make it
Every
difficult,
year,
don't
they always make it
Yes.
difficult. Now, each of the
they? Am I going to
counties
get
around.
younger? I mean, why,
no.
why do they make you do it every
Some
year?
of these counties make
Yeah.
it easier than others. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So, what does it exactly freeze? Most of your real estate taxes, but not all.
Some bond issues, some stuff.
Bond
something for
issues for like schools and fire
The
districts.
blind
that-
pension fund?
The state blind pension
Yes,
fund,
I
it
didn't
does
even know
not
about that.
freeze that. If that's in your real estate tax bill, it's not going to freeze that. So it's most of your real estate taxes, but not all of them. Just so you know, don't be surprised if it goes up a little bit.
So what if I'm renting a house, but I pay the property taxes for the owner? That's part of my rent.
There's a tax credit available for seniors if you rent, actually.
Oh, fascinating.
So
I didn't even know that one.
don't confuse this with a credit. This is a senior tax freeze.
Right, but I have to be the person that owns the house to freeze
You
it.
have to be on the deed. You have to be, one of you has to be 62 years or older.
Right.
It has to be your primary residence, means you have to live in at least 6 months of the year.
Right.
You can only claim one house. You can't claim two houses.
Okay, that's your primary
All right,
residence.
it's got to be your primary residence, okay?
What if I haven't paid my taxes in a while?
You cannot be delinquent.
I didn't
You
think so.
cannot be delinquent.
Yes.
No, you
All right.
cannot. All right, so you must be the responsible party to pay. So
Right.
you got to be on the deed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a few things you're going to need. Now, some of the counties let you apply by mail, online. Jefferson County lets you email it in. If that were just so easy.
Good old Jeffco, that's where I live.
But St. Louis County is the most arduous. I just got to say, they're going to give you the most red tape. You're going to need more things for St. Louis County. But they all seem to have an online option now.
Great,
Which is
yeah.
really, I'm in Franklin County, took me 2 minutes.
Awesome.
All I needed was my tax bill and my paid receipt for my tax bill, just because they need a parcel ID off of it.
Gotcha.
They need your parcel number when you apply. So if you can find your paid tax bill, you can get that online. Just go online to any of the assessors for
So
your
other
county.
documents, am I going to need driver's license,
You're
birth
going to need a
certificate,
driver's license. Now,
passport?
here's the thing about the driver's
my
license.
blood donor card?
That's right.
Do I need that?
You need that.
Then-
Your firstborn. I
Yes,
don't know.
I need that little thing with the foot and handprints on it.
That's
You
it.
got to have
That's
that?
it. That's
no.
it.
I think
All
you
right.
just need a driver's license
Well,
or...
the driver's license, I got to tell you, there's a little caveat here. your name on your driver's license must match the name on the deed.
That makes sense. Most of the time, it's going to be anyway.
If you use your middle name needs to be in driver's license.
Right.
If when you bought the house, you use your middle initial needs to be on the driver's license. Just saying.
Interesting.
If you have the right name and you have your address, the right address of the house that's your primary residence, okay, and of course the driver's license is going to have your birth date. So it's going to give proof of who you are. It's going to give proof of when you were born.
And I just need to turn 62 in that year, or I can't apply until I'm 62.
No, yeah. So January 1 of 2024, you need to be 62. Now, next year when they let you apply in 2026 for the 2025 taxes, if you turn 62 next year, after, I guess this year, 2025, then you'll have to wait till next year to apply.
Gotcha. Okay. And how
You might be able to apply this year. You can give it a shot. I mean, it is a 2025 online experience. Give it a shot and see, but you may have to wait till next year to apply.
So what are they going to require of me to prove that I own the house?
So in Franklin County, it was super easy. They already knew I owned the house. So
Yeah,
as long
of
as
course they should.
right, it's right there. The parcel
They make it
ID
easy.
has
I'm
got
sure
my
it's
name.
Jefferson County
Right,
and
but
St.
not
Louis County would know
but
too.
not St. Louis County. No, they want your warranty deed, or it's called a vesting deed. So it's the deed where the seller signed the house over to you when you bought it.
And typically, you're going to get this document about 6 weeks after closing.
You
Comes
may
with your
have
title
it.
policy.
Yeah, it comes later. It's not
Right.
in your closing packet at the time.
There'll
it
be a
comes
copy
later.
in your closing packet, but not the one that's
Not the
recorded.
recorded
Right.
one, right? And so you can give us a call here. I will
Always
be
happy to
happy
help.
to try
Yeah.
to track it down for you. We have a system for that, but you can go online to the county.
Public record.
You can
Right.
order it, and it usually costs like $5. You have to wait for it. Okay, and so you have till June 30th. So if you do that now, you'll have plenty of time to apply. And when you apply online, it's not instantaneous. They're gonna get back to you and let you know if they accepted your application. By the way, so you got to keep track of that number and check back once you do apply.
All right, so we proved
Okay.
it's ours. We proved who I am. We proved how old we are. When do I need to have this done by?
So most of them are open now. So they're opened up March 1st through June 30th. In one of the counties, I want to say it's St. Charles, I think you have till July 30, but use the June 30
Right.
is where most counties are cutting off the application.
And that's for the taxes that are due this year.
No, yes, it's for this year's tax bill. However, most of the counties are using the 2024 assessment to freeze your taxes. So this is a reassessment year, so don't confuse this with reassessment. They're going to change the value of your home this year. But if you apply for the tax freeze, it should be at the value of last year, unless they lower it. If they ever lower your assessed value lower than the 2024, let's just say, that's your
And
base
it
year.
has happened once or
It
twice.
has
Doesn't happen
happened,
often.
yeah.
Right.
You can then apply to refreeze it at that lower value. Isn't that crazy? So
No,
the
it's
thing
awesome.
about it is it's very easy to get online and apply as long as you have the matching driver's license, your parcel ID off your
Which would
tax
be on the tax
record,
bill. It'd be on the tax
right,
bill,
and
right.
your warranty deed. Now, in Franklin County, I didn't need a warranty deed. I think Jefferson County might not even either. And so you just get onto your county assessor or collector's website. So you go Jefferson County assessor, senior tax freeze, and you'll find the online application button right there. It's
Pick
very
up the phone
easy.
and call somebody. That's what I do too. It's not
Well, you
quite as
can.
easy.
I was on hold quite a long time the
Or
other
you
day.
get a car
Never
and
got
drive
through.
to Union or
It's this-
Clayton or Hillsborough.
Oh my gosh!
And I'll
Oh my
just say
gosh!
this: if you're watching this podcast and you got a connection to Glen or Angie, we're always happy.
Yeah,
to
we're
jump
always
in and
in to
help. I
help
help
you.
people with this all the time.
Yeah.
So
Now,
one of my pet peeves is that property taxes are a tax on unrealized gain. And I never thought this was fair, especially, and I'm glad we did this for the seniors because a lot of seniors are on fixed income.
That's
and
right.
that property tax keeps going up because, hey, good news, we've all been so happy that the value of our house goes up, but there's
Yeah.
always a little dark cloud,
That's
and that is
true.
that your taxes are going up.
And that's
Now-
why this was done. It was done for
Yes.
seniors, especially on fixed income.
But this is something Angie told me earlier today that I didn't realize. Just because your taxes are froze, are they going to stop assessing your house?
They don't stop reassessing. Now, this is important to keep up with. Well, for one, if it goes lower than the initial
Right,
year
and
that you apply. That's called your base year. Whatever year you applied for, that's your base year. And it should stay at that value. But they're going to reassess it every odd year. They're just going to keep going. Now, the thing of it is, if you're in a senior tax freeze now, and let's say you apply this year and you get it, and let's say next year you want to move,
Right.
and you're like, okay, I want to get a new house. What happens to my senior tax freeze? Well, you automatically get it on your new home.
That's awesome.
But at that year's value.
But what if you move to a different county?
It should be the same.
Interesting. Okay.
Should be the same because this is a Missouri law, even though each county can implement it differently. So you're going to have to check. But from what I've read, you should automatically have a senior tax freeze on your new home. Now, this is why it's still important to keep up with reassessment
Yes.
as they value you, because when you go to sell your house, holy cow, right? I just had a friend who went from $600,000 to $780,000. Now, just think of when they go to sell that.
$6,000 to $7,800.
$600,000 to $780,000.
Oh, that's what they assessed the house at.
Yeah,
Okay,
they went
so-
up $180,000 in value. So you can imagine when you go to sell your house, what that tax bill may be to a new owner.
Right. It's going to have an effect.
Right? And so even if a senior buys your home, right, they're going to get that value of the year they bought it,
That's the
not
value.
your year, right? And so, so I would.
So this leads us great into our next podcast.
Yeah, so we're going to talk all about reassessment because
Yes.
every odd year, being 2025,
Coming up.
they're going out there revaluing your home again,
Property
which
values
is
have
going
been-
to, it's going to
be
affect
tough
it.
this year.
Yeah, and so since they're not a taxidermist and they don't just want your skin, they want your blood.
money.
You better watch out
They want your
and
money.
keep your money in your pocket, right?
You know, the old saying say that we all have to pay our taxes. We don't have to leave them a tip.
At
And the
least I
point
don't
is,
have to
yes,
do that.
let's be proactive, and if we can appeal these taxes, so let's do it. I'm excited about the next podcast.
Yes, if you need help, just give me a call. So you can just click the Calendly link. We're going to have a link there to talk reassessment and to talk senior tax freeze if you need help with it.
All right, perfect.
So thanks for joining us today. Join us next week when we talk about how the county's valuing your property this year on
what
tax
you can
reassessment.
do to fight it. Yeah.
That's right.
All right,
What do you do to
thanks.
fight it? All right. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.